environment and what it looks like. It says the students are aware of the presentation. Students are excited about learning, and there's student-friendly classroom talk. Documents to prove a positive learning environment will be the completion and results of student surveys, and students celebrating the teacher, like acknowledging them with the Golden Apple Award, that kind of thing. Positive learning environment is not a hostile environment, and students are afraid to ask questions, and we don't have any.
All right, special ed department says positive learning environment looks like it's structured, they're safe, they feel secure, provides timely feedback, listen to the needs of each student. What it is not structured, no feedback, no teamwork, and disrespect. Documents to prove, lesson plans, decreased discipline data, which is your 1 hours or anything else, and then the TEKS evaluation. And then there's no other questions that we have.
P and L. Well-managed, safe and organized, clear expectations, rules, routines, and rituals. Attentive to student needs, teachers attentive to student needs. Promotes respect, consistent and clear consequences. What it's not is a bunch of rules that you can't or don't enforce. Sarcastic and degrading talk. Students rule, or there's constant disruption and there's no learning. Evidence, observation, lesson plans, student surveys, and we didn't have any questions.
Fine arts said for positive learning environment looks like clear routines and procedures. Model behavior, listens to students' needs and responses. Doesn't look like rules and routines and expectations are not posted, no framework. Negative, sarcastic, and degrading remarks, loud and disruptive environment, and documents are the student feedback and administrative assessment.
Science department, I'm looking forward to engaging, collaborative, encouraging, self-directed. It is not sarcastic, negative, unsafe, disorderly, disrespectful. And documents to prove it, lesson plans, walkthrough, and student work. And no questions.
Social studies, positive learning environment looks like fairness, respect, excitement for learning. We maximize used instruction time. We do reflection, it's openness to needs, concerns of the students. A pleasant classroom environment is productive and student friendly. Documents to prove that. Classroom's physical environment, lesson plans, appropriate for all learners, lesson plans that take into account student diversity, differentiation. Positive learning environment is not a dictatorship, student opinion, or teacher opinion the driving force. Poor communication between teachers and students, treating students differently of course, fairness, unfairly, and poor use of class time. Any questions?
All right, for CTAE, positive learning environment looks like safe, on task, orderly, respectful, ownership, challenging, established routines, and engaged. The documents approved will be student surveys, evidence of structure in your lesson plans and your framework. That you have a 6-step plan in place, teacher evaluations. The positive learning environment is not disorganized, chaotic, negative attitude toward your students, ignores safety standards, and inadequate supervision. And then we didn't have any questions.
Language arts. Positive learning environment looks like collaborative, self-directed learning environment, attractive and inviting, well-managed and safe. What it does not look like, the red flags, and you notice we use red. Students not engaged as a result of negative teacher comments, ignores safety standards, doesn't encourage respect. And the documents, classroom rules, your parent log, organized lessons, your course syllabus, and of course your data notebook, because it just feels wrong not to say. That's what happened.
I said data notebook because it feels wrong not to say.
Not to put it, yeah. And we have no questions.
Okay, as you know, we've been watching the teacher engagement series on the DOE's website, so we'll finish that up.
I think we had a unique opportunity, and the first answer to why we need teacher and leader keys now is that we had the resources to do it right. In the past, Georgia really hasn't been resourced to do the kind of research and development and piloting correctly. But through the Race to the Top grant, we did have the resources to do it, do excellent research, do collaborative work with teachers and leaders in the field, and put together the evaluation system in the proper way. Another reason why we need it now is that we're replacing a system that doesn't work. Clearly, teacher evaluation and leader evaluation, not just in Georgia but nationally, has been weak. It hasn't given us the information that we need regarding instructional improvement. It hasn't led educators to where they need to go relative to professional learning. And quite honestly, it hasn't differentiated between outstanding educators, good educators, educators that need improvement and development. And so we're replacing a system that clearly hasn't worked. I think that our teacher keys and leader keys do promote tremendous dialogue and conversation between teachers and leaders, which has been missing in the previous systems. And one thing that I'm very excited about at the Professional Standards Commission is that I think that teacher and leader keys can be a real driver.
Send an email. We'll go ahead and kind of adjust the teacher dress code if you like, to just dress down and kind of make it a spirit last couple of days in preparation for the state championship game at the Dome. Just as you know, we can't wear denim, can't wear hoodies. I know it. Make it available for the students on Tuesday. I mean on Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday. I want to give you time to get it out to them that they can wear their WC spirit-related attire. If they don't, then they need to come in their uniforms. And the shirts and things, you know, we still have to be dress code, and the khaki pants, but the tops, we can, you know, just kind of like we do on Fridays. If they would like to wear something WC spirit-related, then that's okay. Of course, it's official. There's no school on Friday. English department will be getting letters out to you all if you will just pass them out to your students so they can take it home, explaining why there's no school and stuff like that. It can't be just because it's a football game. So the letter kind of explains it about the logistics and you know, so the letter going home to the parents will tell them why it's not school. Okay? Any other concerns? I'd like to thank publicly thank the special ed department for taking on the duties of the restrooms. Since we've had them repainted, we don't have any graffiti or anything in those restrooms. That's because it's a strong showing of teachers monitoring those, and that has really, really made a difference. So I just want to say thank y'all for that. I know, it's not a, I shouldn't say restroom duty, but just monitors, restroom monitors. So we really do appreciate that effort, because that's probably the only place in the school where we don't have a camera, and we cannot put a camera. So sometimes when our students want to express themselves, they'll do it on the bathroom walls. But since we've been checking it, that just kind of eliminated that. So I want to say thank y'all for y'all efforts in that. Any other concerns or anything that y'all like to talk about? Y'all remember when this teacher leader keys first started, we were thinking, well, it's just gonna be here for a minute, then it'll be gone. Right now, it don't look like it's going anywhere. So let's just, hopefully as we've been doing it and kind of getting into it, we've kind of got adjusted to what the requirements are. And again, just those interrelated handouts I handed you, and then the rubrics. If you look at those rubrics and you'll follow those rubrics, then you shouldn't have any issues. The biggest thing is, like we talked about today, a positive learning environment, getting those students involved in that environment. And I know that that's kind of it's a mindset sometimes, because we want to have, want to maintain that order and want to maintain that, but first letting students know the expectation and hold them to that expectation, because you cannot do well on the TEKS if the students are not involved in the learning process. It just won't happen. So not based on me, but based on the rubric. So this whole thing is based on student involvement. I know we have some SLOs out.
Yes, Ms. Ingram is working on getting those taken care of.
Okay.
And we have the economics EOCT tomorrow.
We have Econ EOCT tomorrow. And I know I kept seeing email traffic about SLOs, and I have not checked with Audra to see where we were with those SLOs. But if you got a due out on SLOs, make sure we get those students to complete those SLOs. It probably should have been finished by now. And that's something we cannot just, something we cannot just overlook. So do you still have a list, Audra?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. So we got the list, and we need to get on that pretty darn fast.
We do. Mm-hmm.
Because before we know it, we'll be having to do the post-test. We can't do a post-test without a pre-test. So if you're SLO responsible, you have not given all of your students SLOs for whatever reason, let's move that to the top of the list. When is we have I know our deadline is passed, but have we set another timetable for when we want those completed?
It has to be done this week. We needed everything graded in the computer this week.
All right, this is a short week, so we got today through, well, it can't be Thursday, so we wanted to hit Friday.
Yeah.
So we got today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So if you're not sure, check with Ms. Ingram or Ms. Gilbert. And by close of business on Wednesday, we need to have them done, because we need time to.
No, we just put them in the computer. Put them in Infinite Campus. That's all we have to do.
Teachers do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you got by close of business, so close of business Wednesday?
Yes.
It's fine?
That's fine.
Okay. Close of business Wednesday. If your department chair, your people are not here and they're responsible for SLO, please have them in by close of business
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That'll be fine.
Yes, sir.
Name still on your board?
Yes. And then if you're missing one, I think Ms. Ingram came by your classroom first period this morning to tell you that you were missing one. So.
Oh, so Ms. Ingram, you've already had the conversation? Oh, okay. So you know who you are? So if you have to talk.
The only problem is some teachers, what Beth said was that after a certain amount of time,
when you go in to enter your SLO grades, because it's been so long now, they've locked you out because it should have already been done by now. So a lot of the teachers are gonna have to email Audra, she's gonna have to email the board to get them to open you back up.
You know what, I don't even know how that happens, but I'm just gonna pray about
It
that.
does take a little bit.
So if you can't get in, email Ms. Gilbert.
Say again now, I didn't hear you.
At the last set that she did, back whatever it was, I emailed Dr. every day, I still can't get in, I still can't get in, I still can't get in. It took Beth,
So
for
yes.
a little while.
So you have some issues.
You almost need to be asking tomorrow, or today, go email.
Yeah. So you up though?
Yeah, I did.
You
We had a
did.
little situation with one of them, but
Okay.
he all of a sudden showed up.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, right. And then, you know, one or two or three, I know there's issues. But if my memory serves me right, we had these things at the first week of school. So, I'm not gonna go look at your board, because the last time I got involved in testing, it was a mess. So I'm gonna try to stay away from that board. I'm gonna let the people who handle it. I won't look at your board till Thursday afternoon, okay? So that way everything be positive, Audra can work her magic, and Zingram can work their magic and do their keep that nurturing type atmosphere. So I won't look at the board till Thursday afternoon, that's fair. And then those of us that's lacking, we'll see what's going on and how I can help you. Okay? Listen, thank you for your time. Listen, y'all, wonderful job at the science fair. I know you sent out the email of all the successes that we had at the science fair. You know, Mr. Carroll went up and sang at the Capitol. I know all went well because all the students, and when I gauge it, they go overnight. If all of them make it home, I know everything went well. I do hear a lot of the students talk about it, and Mr. Carroll was gracious enough. He had his aquarium tickets that he won for Teacher of the Year that he shared with the students. So they went up, did the aquarium thing, spent the night, and then went and sang at the Capitol. So I know I know they were very happy. They pulled up like about 5 o'clock, what time? 4:55. 4:55, and I just happened to be standing there when they were getting off the bus. And it looked like they had been singing their little hearts out. They were ready to load up, transition, and get back to the football game. So, what else we have going on? And I want to make sure that
financial aid workshop tomorrow.
right, financial aid workshop tomorrow. Let's encourage. Where we gonna do it? Here in the trophy room. All right, it's gonna be here in the trophy room. All right, with the auditorium on standby. All right, so we'll do the financial aid workshop right here in the trophy room. If the students want to know more about, you know, financial aid. Okay, anything else? Student growth, and I've got to get a better understanding of what I'm looking at, but I think they put the student growth stuff out. But I just want to make sure before I show it to you all that it's the real thing. And so, but I know I looked at, I hope it's the real thing, because I looked at it, it looks pretty good. I think the CCRPI data may be coming out soon as well. So stay tuned for all of that. All right, anything else? I'm leaving out anything? All right, thank you. Y'all have a great evening. Be safe.